Most of the people don't even take their first step in their online training business because of the misconceptions that they have for the online training. Now, today I'll be revealing to you in this video what are the 5 misconceptions that people have about the online training business. And today you'll be taking your first step. Well, my name is Neha Bhatia and I'm a communication specialist and an NLP trainer. And today I'll be revealing to you the 5 misconceptions. And all this is coming out from the 5 years of me being into the training business. And I know how I have dealt with it. And I'll be sharing with you how you can easily deal with it and come out of it. Well, before that, how about you quickly like this video, because eventually you're gonna like this video. So physically just click on the like button and let's get started here. All right, so the first misconception that a lot of people have is that it is very hard. Yes, I'm not joking. People think that it is a lot of process, lot of things involved. Yes, there will be, but because of that, people get often scared and they don't take their first step. Meaning, for example, they would think that, oh, we may have to start a YouTube channel. Oh, we may have to invest a lot in the advertisements. We may have to really talk to people one-on-one, get them registered for the courses. We may have to literally sit down and design our courses. We don't know where to go. All that what runs in the mind, it's just the mindset that's stopping you. Nothing is hard. And if something is hard, it's worth it. So, when we start any kind of thing, any kind of business or a profession, especially the online training business, a lot of people have these misconceptions that there is going to be a lot of things involved, and that's why they get scared. So that's why they say that if you want to do something, do one step at a time. So for example, if there is a big mountain and you have to climb on it, you're not going to climb on it at once. You have to go one step at a time. So here's the thing. You need to understand the steps to go forward. And that's something we teach you in our ICW level 1, 2, and 3. A beautifully designed workshop for people who want to start their online business. You may please click the link below and you can get started with us. That's the first misconception. And let me tell you, even I had that, because me being a stage host and coming from that kind of a background and sitting in front of a system, definitely that was not a part of my identity. So definitely it could be also your own identity that could be stopping you, right? So please make sure that you know what is stopping you, and whatever is stopping you can make you stuck. So the moment you just break through that, you're going to go to the next step. The idea is to keep moving forward. The second misconception that a lot of people have is, now there are two in this one little point, that we need a certificate. Now, many years ago when I wanted to get into the training business and I wanted to become a public speaking trainer, which I already was doing in colleges, in my own workshops, live workshops that I used to organize. But I still had this thing in my mind, because we've been told that if we have a certificate, we can always show it to the world. And why this thing comes in our mind is because we think that if we will not have a certificate, and I'm telling you what happens in the mind, we might end up making a mistake, and then we will not have anything to show as a proof. Hey, you know what? I have this. So you're understanding what I'm saying? It's very psychological. So do you need a certificate or do you not need a certificate? Yes, for a particular tool or a method that you learned to give it to your people, yes, you need a certificate. But it doesn't mean that you need a certificate just to prove it to yourself and others that, okay, if I made a mistake, I have a certificate with me. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's very psychological. So do you need a certificate or not? Yes, you should have it, but you have no authority, no right to teach it to anybody if you're not practicing by yourself. For example, if you are a soft skills trainer, if you are an NLP trainer, for example, and you're not practicing those techniques on your own self, then you have no right to go and teach to other people. You need to first practice on yourself. I practice my meditation, my yoga, my NLP every week. It's all scheduled. I practice it, and that's why I'm able to deliver it, and I'm able to give more and more to people. And this is from day one when I became a trainer. And I've been training people on public speaking, and that is something that I was already doing it, right? So you need a certificate, but you need to understand which thought process that need is coming from, okay? Now, moving forward, the third misconception that people have is when people get into it or they want to get into it is, oh, it's very easy money, especially in today's world. Oh, it's very easy money. Today people are getting online, so it's very easy to, just organize a workshop. And there are a lot of people who do that as well. They organize small little workshops of 200 rupees, 500 rupees. And are they really giving a value? Maybe they are, there's no doubt. But it's like we want to understand this. It is you're being a mentor here. You're not just being somebody who is just giving out the products, because there are three things required in any business: product, the service means if your trainee, if your student is in some kind of a problem, some question, challenge he or she has, so he can reach out to you. You should be available, right? Or somebody from your team should be available. That's called service, right? There's so many companies who are known for their customer service, and there's so many companies who are literally known for their customer service, but in not in good books, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing which comes under a business is the experience. So gone are the days when we used to just give out a product and a service. Now it's about giving an experience. That's why when a trainee comes to you, a student comes to you, he's coming to you thinking of you as a good teacher, as a mentor, and honestly, as a guru. And something I've learned from my Guruji, it's not about a guru kind of a thing, but as Tony Robbins also says, that I'm not your guru. But understand the meaning of guru. Guru has a beautiful meaning. It means somebody who just takes you out of that ignorance, somebody who shows you the path, somebody who helps you get out of that darkness or stuck moment, right? That's the actual meaning of guru, right? Go and find out the actual meaning of guru in Sanskrit. That's where it has come from. So today in the training business, you're going to be a guru, but guru doesn't mean having that title or ego or that fame kind of a thing. Please understand. So if you're thinking that, oh, it's very easy to get the money, because I have talked about it in my previous videos as well, you need to have the right values to get into this kind of a business, right? So if you're thinking that, oh, it's very easy money, maybe it is, but it will not be sustainable if you're not being available to your people as a mentor and as a trainer and somebody who pushes the trainee as much as you can, right? So this is the third misconception that people have. The fourth misconception that people have is that online training is very boring. Now, this is something that I've come across since so many years, especially before lockdown. After lockdown, people kind of got used to it, right? Because there was so many online trainings happening. But before that, people used to ask me sometimes when I used to talk to people and to my leads. So, Neha, how is it going to be so interesting? Can my problem be really solved in an online training? And when we meet physically with somebody, but isn't it going to be very boring? So I'll tell you something very interesting, okay? Now, I have been a stage host, hosted more than 700 events, and I know it was not just about giving some knowledge or just speaking on the stage. It was a lot about entertainment and giving knowledge, right? So how you can give knowledge to your trainees if you're in this online business, and you can still have a little bit of entertainment. So often we say it as fun and learning together, right? But you know what, how I say it, as something I've learned, again, I would go back and think about how I've learned from my Guruji, is that how Krishna is, right? To Arjuna, Krishna is a friend, Krishna is also a teacher, right? He's a guru as well, right? So you need to be a teacher, at the same time you need to be a friend. And when you're going to combine these two identities, automatically you will be able to give the knowledge and the fun together. So the people are more in the present moment, and at the same time they can look forward, right? Where you need to be a friend, where you need to be a guru or a teacher, that's something you need to understand. And when you combine these two, it's not going to be boring. It's going to be really interesting. People want to listen to you. I'll tell you, we do our ICW level 1, and that's something I do live. Rest all my workshops, most of my workshops are online. So I know that whenever we sit for ICW 1, and it is for 1.5 hours, there have been times when people have sat with me for 2.5, 3 hours, and they don't want to go. because I make it so interesting for them, because I've been into that industry. I know how to capture people's attention and how to make them stay with me, right? So this is something you will learn in my ICW. If you would like to know more about that, you can just click on the link below and get started with ICW, which is known as Become an Influencing Communicator. So it's very important to engage your audience, right? And connect with your audience. And that's something very, very important. The first C of communication, the communication is connection. And if you can't connect, then there is no communication happening. And what is communication? When we deliver some message, when we convey something, and when we are trying to make a difference and get some result out of it, get some response out of it. And that can only happen once there is a connect, right? So online trainings are not boring, especially if that's my training. It can never be boring, and I can proudly say that. The fifth misconception is, especially in the mind training, okay, because this is something where people want to sit with you and talk about their problems, right? And now I'm giving a workshop wherein I'm giving out techniques, I'm giving out methods, I'm giving a proper structure of training the mind, or of communication for that matter. So people come to me, and in the last so many years, people have asked me, Neha, how come we can learn communication just online, or how come we can train our mind, or how we can solve our problems? If I meet you one to one, that would be okay. I say to them, number one, it's a lockdown time, so we are anyway not meeting. So take advantage of this. And if you really want something in your life, it doesn't matter if it is physical or it is online, you got to make it happen for yourself, right? That's one thing. Another thing is that you need to understand that today the times are changing. Today everything and everybody is coming on the screen like this. So if you can convey a message just by being here, and you can make a difference. And I'm not just talking about being a YouTuber and doing these quick videos, but really adding value. If you look at my videos, they are somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes, and sometimes it is beyond 15 minutes as well, because I really want to make a difference. I really want to give in-depth knowledge to you and experience to you, so that you can go forward in your life. And we are doing regular videos on communication, on public speaking, on mind training. There's so many subjects that we have, but of course my niche is communication, because that's what I do, either externally or internally as well. A lot of people, when they come to me, I help them get breakthrough in their communication, how they're talking to themselves inside, and how they can change their experience outside. So please make sure that you remove these misconceptions, that there is something that you want to start off with. Please make sure that you start, and the best start is with ICW. And if you want to know more, you can, like I said, click the link below. Make sure that you check nlpwithneha.com and get started with us, and get started with yourself. Wish you all the best for your online training business. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.